Mbappé, Kylian dictador, el que manda en el campo, el hombre de...
The end of one legend, the beginning of another. Some moments don't just change football. They change history for almost 20 years. The beautiful game belonged to two extraordinary names, Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. They weren't simply the greatest players of their generation. They became symbols of an entire era. Children around the world wore their shirts. Millions tried to copy their skills in school playgrounds. Families argued over dinner tables about who was the greatest. Every Ballon d'Or, every Champions League night, every Clasico, every World Cup. The answer always seemed to lead back to the same two men, Messi or Ronaldo. For nearly 2 decades, football never needed another story, because it was already living the greatest rivalry the sport had ever seen. But time defeats everyone, even legends, as the years passed. The question slowly became louder. Who comes next? Who could possibly follow to players that redefined football itself for a long time? Nobody had an answer. It almost felt impossible. Some eras are worth waiting for. Just like the arrival of Grand Theft Auto 6. For years, people waited. Rumors spread everywhere. Everyone knew something extraordinary was coming. They just didn't know when. Football felt exactly the same. Everyone knew a new generation would arrive. But no one knew who would truly carry the game forward. Then, almost at the same time, 2 young stars appeared. One, from France, Kylian Mbappé, fast enough to outrun defenders, fearless enough to shine on the biggest stage. The other, from Norway, Erling Haaland, built like a warrior, calm like a machine, a striker whose only language is goals, different styles, one destiny: to become football's next icons. People often ask, who is better? But maybe that isn't the right question. Because football has never been about replacing legends. Nobody replaced Pele. Nobody replaced Maradona. Nobody replaced Zidane. And nobody will ever replace Messi or Ronaldo. Every generation creates its own heroes. Every generation writes its own story. Mbappe isn't trying to become the next Messi. Haaland isn't trying to become the next Ronaldo. They are writing a story that belongs only to them. And tonight, that story reaches another unforgettable chapter. France against Norway, Mbappe against Haaland. This isn't simply 90 minutes of football. It's a meeting between the futures. Millions of fans will watch, not just to see who wins, but to witness another page of football history. Years from now, people may forget the final score, but they'll never forget this feeling, because this is the night. One legendary era gave way to another.